Welcome to Click of Heels, your number one spicy dancer community where we ensure all strippers are set up for success. I'm your host, Angel Torres, and each week we dive deep into the world of exotic dance, offering tips, advice, and stories to empower and inspire. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, this is your go-to resource for all things in the dancer community. Please like and follow us on all of our platforms as it helps us grow our community. And if you would like to be on an episode, please email me at clickofheels@gmail.com. Stay powerful. Let's get into it. On this episode, we're going inside the minds of strip club DJs. I have two lovely guests today who go by Egypt and Bubbles, and I'm going to let them have the floor to introduce themselves. So please let us know the who, the what, the when, the where, and the why. We'll start off with Egypt.
What's happening? I'm Egypt. I've been doing this for a very long time. I started back in 2004. I was about 19 years old, and I just kind of got trapped. Really. 20 years later, here we are still doing the same nonsense. Yeah. I've worked all over South Florida and just recently started in Texas, maybe, 6 months ago? Yeah.
Okay. How are you liking Texas?
Let's just say I'm going to be moving back soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Bubbles?
DJ Bubbles, Mark Anthony. I've been doing it for 10 years. I've only been DJing for the past 3 years, though. I started off as a floor host or a bouncer, whichever one you want to call it. And I accidentally got thrown into being a DJ. The DJ that I was working at back in Greenville, South Carolina, shout out Greenville, he was way too drunk. The manager looked at me and he was just like, "I like your voice. Go up there." I was like, okay. And
that really sums it up. Yeah.
I mean,
it's like, all right.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I got on the mic and he was just like, "All right, love your voice. Do something with the music," and I've been stuck ever since. Came to same thing, Texas, same about 6-7 months ago, December. Started out in Fort Worth, got a better opportunity down here in the main Dallas area, which I absolutely love. And yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to get into the nitty gritty. I have questions for both of you. So I'm going to start off with Egypt.
All right.
Yes.
Since you mentioned the Florida, what is the differences from Florida versus Texas as a strip club DJ?
A lot of it is tourism. South Florida is just all tourism because you got people from everywhere that you could think of that come down there and check it out. Texas, I've noticed, is a lot more locals. So you really got to be friendly to the people that are coming in there. Otherwise, you turn them away. What's left? Like... Because I don't see that much tourism unless like something big is going on in town around here. Mm-hmm. But other than that.
Do you like it?
I'm not going to lie. It's definitely fun. It is. But like, I miss home. That's the only thing. Mm-hmm. And I know a lot more people down there. I'm just kind of getting in over here. But from what I've seen around the city, like, nothing really draws my attention. You know what I mean? Because when you're used to, having South Beach right there or, Disney World 2 hours, 3 hours away from where you are, it's like, what's really holding you like in place out here?
Well, I want to let everyone know that Egypt is a great DJ. He like picks the best songs, makes the crowd very energized when he DJs. I work with him, if you couldn't tell.
Do you? Wow, that's crazy.
Thank you.
Yes. So if you do go back to Florida, you will be missed. I'm just saying.
I notice everybody's trying to hold me back. It's like, wait a minute. Are you sure you want to go? Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't think you should. But I'm being biased. Bubbles. So what's the difference between South Carolina, right? Versus Texas?
Honestly, there's not a difference. It's still that whole local hometown feel. Greenville, South Carolina is a booming small town, if you understand what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Right now on Google, I think it's the third most visited city in America. Just, downtown Greenville is
really?
absolutely amazing. But again, it's the same thing, like Egypt just said, man, unless there's something outstanding happening, it's all locals. But that's where I thrive at. You know what I mean? I make more relationships with the locals than I do with anybody else. You know what I mean? It's my show is a lot more, and you could attest to that. My show is a lot more interpersonal. You know what I mean? I like getting my crowd involved, and those regulars keep coming back for that same show.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna give a shout out to Bubbles as well. He is also an amazing DJ. I have the best DJs here right now. I'm like very privileged.
thank you. I'm humbled. Thank you.
Both of y'all don't leave me, okay?
So Florida. That's what,
about that.
So next question I want to ask is, how important is the relationship between a DJ and the dancers?
I feel like it is very important because you got to think about it. That dancer who's literally been sitting around all day doing nothing, all of a sudden a customer comes in and she's about to make her money, but yet the DJ doesn't know. He's calling, got an empty stage. Management's getting pissed off. Now the stress falls onto the DJ, which he gets pissed off. And as you know, I like to jump on the microphone and call people out. So I think it's very important that you have that communication, especially with the dancer, because situations like that.
What about you?
I mean, the exact same. You know what I mean? I think the relationship between DJ and dancer is very symbiotic. You know what I mean? You guys pay our bills. Let's be honest. That hourly doesn't really, and no disrespect towards any club or anything like that, but you know what I mean? That hourly don't do shit. So we all live off of tips. So that, again, that symbiotic relationship, you know what I mean? If you're happy, I'm happy. If I'm happy, you're happy. And if we can find some way to create a show between the two of us, like, I like to fuck with dancers on the stage, you know what I mean? I like to call people out. Let's get up to the stage. Let's go tip. Don't just, if you're staring at her, you're tipping her. You know what I mean? Like, I like having that close personal relationship with each dancer because at the end of the day, not to beat a dead horse, but you pay my fucking bills.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think that's very lost among the younger crowd of DJs. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to shit on anybody or anything like that, but I feel like the younger crowd of DJs, it's all about ego. It's all about, the flexing on Instagram and stuff like that and followers, and it is about taking care of your dancers. And the number one rule in here is you don't shit where you eat. You take care of your dancers. Your dancers are going to take care of you.
I love that. Don't shit where you eat, y'all. You will have diarrhea.
What are you eating? Jesus.
Okay. So what are some key factors that contribute to a successful partnership between a DJ and the club?
Like with management, for instance, like you have to have that good relationship with the management. Well, first and foremost, because you're not going to have a job if you don't. Simple as that. But also too, with management having your back, like situations with getting your, at the end of the day, or just running the stages or anything like that, you need management to be on the floor and paying attention to what's going on around them. Because for all we know, one, there's a missed stage over there, or two, there's a drunk guy over there who's acting like an idiot that, nobody else is paying attention to, but somebody is paying attention to him. So having that relationship with the management is the most important of all.
What do you think?
You gotta understand, man, manager, you're the eyes of the club. You're the eyes, you're the ears, you're the voice, you're the everything of the club.
I think you're giving yourself, you're discrediting yourself a little bit, because you guys definitely are the ears.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
The voice as well.
You know what I mean? You have to be. And with that symbiotic relationship with your managers, you know what I mean? Like he just said, if, you miss something on the floor or they miss something on the floor, you know what I mean? If you have that good communication with your managers, you can either nip a problem in the bud immediately or start a very good show or start a very good, money throwing session. Really depends. Like I said, you can't see, at least at, the club that we work at, you can't see every single stage. You know what I mean? So, you need to be in tune with your managers, and it's like anything else, man. If you have great managers, everything's going to go fine. You got shitty managers, you're going to have a hell of a fucking night.
Yeah.
I'm going to also give a shout out. We have great management at our club, I think. What do y'all think?
Honestly, yeah, because it's like they're about the business. Like, from what I've noticed is, hey, listen, you've got this many girls on your rotation. You're opening up another stage. Oh, you got more than that? Guess what? We're opening up 3 stages. So it's like, what was the question again? Sorry.
We have great managers. We do. Oh, yeah. And we do. We do have great managers. You know, I can't speak on day shift because I don't work day shift. But night shift, I big shout out to Mark Anthony, Miriam, Paulo, Rob, you know, and of course our GM, you know, our captain and commander, Mr. Oscar.
Mr. Oscar.
They are on it. And the reason why I love this club so much is because the managers don't stress out the girls too. Right. I've been at clubs where if there's one girl in the building, guess what? Her ass is on stage. Here, you know what I mean? We wait, 6 or 7 girls, you know what I mean? Then we get a proper rotation going. You know what I mean? It doesn't stress out the girls. It doesn't stress out the DJ, you know, because people who aren't in the business and who aren't DJs don't understand, man. Like it takes a lot of mental toll. I've forgotten more songs than people fucking know. You know what I mean? Like, you have to have that repertoire immediately. Every girl, like you, for instance, you dance to, well, for me, you dance to R&B and slow songs. So I have to know a plethora of R&B and slow songs. You know what I mean? And if I'm running out of shit, I'm kind of a horrible fucking DJ, you know? Like, or, you know, the guy who, you know, and we've all done it. I know I'm guilty of it. You know what I mean? Sometimes we get into that, that repetitious playlist.
Oh, I know I do.
Yeah.
I know I do. I get lazy with it. Like, I've been doing this for too damn long. And it's like for me, it's the same thing. It's like Groundhog's Day. It's like, you're going to come in, you're going to have this many girls by this time. It literally is like clockwork. And when you're thinking about it and you're running the stages and like for music and the amount of girls, there is a math to it. So if you really think about it, if the DJ is running 3-minute songs, okay, you're doing 3 songs on stage. That's 9 minutes, minimum 9 minutes. Okay. It might go over a little bit more here and there. So within that 9 minutes, and now you need at least 7 girls to get through that 1 hour at 3 song sets. So you need a minimum of 7 girls in order for everybody to actually be able to work the floor, make some money and blah, blah, blah. So when you think of it that way, so now you have 7. You hit 14, 2 stages have to be open. Think about it. You're going to get through an hour of that rotation with 14 girls running 2 stages. And same thing, you double it up, triple it up. Now add another 7. Now it's 21, 3 stages.
Because you also want to be fair to the other girls too, because you know what I mean? And you know it, you've seen it on a Friday night, man. You miss stage once, you may not go back on for another 2 or 3 hours. You know what I mean? So everything, he's absolutely right. Everything is very, you know, meticulous. You know what I mean? This girl, like, I don't know how Egypt sets up his songs, but I look at the list, I know ... The next 7 girls, all of their songs are all lined up. You know what I mean? That way, I know exactly what's going on. In case something happens, a girl needs to be pulled off, I just delete 3 songs, replace 3 songs, and let's get it going.
Okay. So how do you guys choose what type of music to play? You only base it off the girls, or do you base it off the club atmosphere environment at that time?
Honestly, it's kind of a mix because of 3 factors. One, and I kind of hate to say it, but some clubs put handcuffs on DJs. Right. You know, you got to put a rock song. You've been there, I've been there. You got to have a rock song every 2 songs, country song every 3 songs. So it really depends on what club. Now, our club, we have pretty much free reign music-wise.
But yeah.
You know what I mean? As long as it's not something, you know what I mean, over the top zealous, then we're pretty much good to go. So at that point in time, for me, the factor is the girl, and the factor is, you know, your clientele. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit there and play Boosie Badass when I got 40, 70-year-old white dude sitting in the, you know what I mean? Somebody's going to have a fucking corner area or something, you know? And at that time, that's when you talk to your dancers, man. Like, hey, listen, I know you usually dance to, you know, Chris Brown. I know you usually dance to, you know what I mean, Lil Boosie or Russ or this, that, and the third. Hey, listen, look at the crowd right quick. I would like to play 3 songs. And that's when that interpersonal relationship with the dancers really work.
I like that a lot. That's a good skill to have, to be able to communicate.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, yeah.
Like, to be honest, I like to make my life easier, right? So I'll tell all the girls, I'm like, listen, here's my number. Text me a bunch of songs that you want to hear, right? And then I can make my evaluation from there. So if, like, I'm working day shift. So at the beginning of the day, it's not going to be that many people in there. Plus, there are going to be a lot of older dudes in there. So I'm going to play your slower shit during the daytime where it's kind of mellow and quiet. But then as the day progresses and it's getting busier in there, I'm going to throw in some more up-tempo shit. And then when you see the room react to it, that's when you know it's like, all right, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. You know, the way I was always taught is the dancer's going to dance regardless. But if you have your bartenders and you have your waitresses dancing around and having a great time, that's how you know you're doing good as a DJ.
He's absolutely correct, man. Once the staff starts getting into it, and I love it. So, you know, I work opposite Egypt. I go night shift. So the thing about night shift is you have to come in with that energy. There is no slow build.
Yeah.
If you don't immediately have, and Egypt knows when he passes it off to me on Friday, you know what I mean? Well, we have like 32 girls, customers already packed. If I'm not already jumping on there and I'm like, all right, welcome to Men's Club. If I'm not already having that energy, man, what's the purpose of me being there? You know what I mean? There is no slow build. You got to get in. And that's where I shine. That's where I love it, man. You got to get in, get on the fucking horse, get shit going, and let's get it. You know what I mean? Let's
Can
make
you
this
do
fucking money.
your introduction for us? I just want to
You
hear
got an intro? Oh,
I do.
He
I do.
does.
Oh, I want to hear
He
this.
Usually I'm just like, all right, welcome to Men's Club, the hottest place in Dallas with the hottest girls. Let's get this party going. We're going to get the stage going first at 3 with the beautiful Miss Veronica on the main. Get your wallets ready. Get your, yeah, right. Get your wallets ready. Get your bottles ready. Get a dance, take a chance. Let's pop a model, grab a bottle. Let's get this shit fucking going on a Friday night.
You're missing
Nice.
a part
What do
that
I,
you usually do.
what do I do?
Uh-oh.
Bro, all of this is off the dome. Oh, rawr.
Oh,
It's always at the end of it. Always at the rawr. And at first, people look like when when you first start a club and I start my little stupid shit like that, people who originally are like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? About a week into it, they're like, where's the roar?
she was ready for
Right,
it.
she was ready for the
You're
roar,
missing
right.
something. You're just missing something. Yeah.
I love that. It's so, you just know, like, oh, okay, there's bubbles.
Right.
You know? So what type of strategies do you guys use throughout the night to keep the audience engaged?
I'm very generic because I'm used to working in Miami where you're not going to see the same person twice.
Right.
So you just got to be very generic with it. Like, you know, promote the dances, promote the kitchen, blah, 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 any events that are going on and blah, blah, blah. And otherwise, like I said, I'm just dealing with people that I'm going to see once or twice every now and then, you know.
But you're in Texas now, so...
I know
For
that,
now.
but sometimes habits are hard to break because when you've been doing it for like I said, 20 years. 20 years I've been doing this shit. And
All in Florida?
all in Florida, yeah. So I actually started completely by accident. I just happened to walk into a place because I had size and I'm like, let me work security, you know, something simple. And then like 2 or 3 months in, their head DJ comes over and pulls me over to the DJ booth. He's like, look, I like your voice. I'm like, thank you. And I'm confused. Mind you, I'm 19 years old. I'm confused. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm like, thank you. He's like, I'm going to teach you how to DJ. I'm like, huh? Okay. You sure about this? He's like, yeah, don't worry. Next Tuesday, you're doing the amateur contest with me. I'm like, I don't have to take anything off, right? He's like, no. You're going to be in the booth. You're going to play music and then just like, you know, be my backup. I'm like, all right, I think I could do this. He's like, all right, we're going to get it done. And that's really how I just started DJing. It was just completely by accident.
Did you win the amateur contest?
I feel like you did. Honestly. Look at those muscles.
No comment.
Oh, no comment.
Actually, that's actually a great point, and I kind of want to piggyback off of that. This is just something that I believe in. Any new DJ coming into it, man, I feel like you need a tech for at least 6 months, man. Learn the girls, learn the music, learn the vibe of the club, learn the life of the club. Every club has its own life. Fucking tech first, bro. Don't just think you can get on the mic and.
What's tech?
So teching is just these are the list of girls that I have. These are the songs that they dance to. Go ahead and start loading them up. You know what I mean? Learn what what each girl dances to. You know, because each girl has...
Oh, like apprentice.
Yeah.
Like you're an apprentice.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? Throw the light show, learn how the lights work, learn how the fucking DJ booth works. Just don't touch the fucking mic. And when in that 6 months, man, you should be... If any problem comes along, you should already be able to do it, handle it without touching the mic. And then the last part is the mic.
Well, see, that's that what preferably would be
preferably.
But
yeah.
you know, we as clubs they don't have the patience for it.
No.
They have no patience for it. It's like, look, like for instance, if I have a DJ that wants to come in and he wants to audition, I ask him 2-3 simple questions. One, do you know how to run a rotation? That is the most important question. Yes. Okay. Do you know how to work the board? And can you speak on the microphone? Yes. All right, cool. There's everything. I'll be back in a half hour. And I just disappear. Sink or swim. No, this is professional. This is how we run it. And also, too, I was management for a while. So that's how I run things. You know, you say you know what you're doing, get up there and show me. I'm going to walk away.
Absolutely. That's why I say in a perfect world, I would love, you know what I mean, if somebody started just, you know, if we started teaching each other, you know what I mean? Because that's how you build
the point of this podcast.
Well, I mean, that's how you build great DJs. You know what I mean? If we're going to transfer it over to baby dancers, you've seen baby dancers pick out the wildest of fucking songs, get on that stage, and you're like, Jesus Christ, somebody help this woman.
Yeah, we're not at the nightclub.
Yeah, we are not there.
Oh, gosh. So there, I think we all know there's this gato that
not the cat
just started. And just her body type, the way she looks, just doesn't look like she should be dancing to the music that she chooses.
Oh my God! Are you talking about that one girl with the whitest girl in the? Okay. You haven't met her yet, and I'm not going to say her name for you know. And I mean the whitest of girls, and we're all melanin blessed on this table. So she comes up to me, I shit you not, Egypt. I was like, "Hi, how you doing? My name is DJ Bubbles. What's your name? Blah blah blah. What do you dance to?" My first opening two questions. She's like, "My name is blah blah blah, and I dance to reggaeton." I was like, "You were there? You were there. Yeah, you were there." And we both looked at each other like somebody lost their fucking mind.
I'm like, wait a minute. She said it reggaeton.
Oh, yeah.
Like that.
Oh, yeah.
Not just reggaeton. No, reggaeton. I'm like, well,
the whitest turn. I'm like, who the... Okay. We looked at each other. We were just like, all right, cool beans. I guess that's what you dance to. And bro, no disrespect. I can understand the balls that it takes to get on that stage and show your giblets to people who may or may not tip you.
Right.
I get it. But she looks like a wet noodle in the fucking wind, bro. It's hard to watch. It's yeah, man.
All right, so I'm going to stay later in my shift next time.
You have to do Friday. You have to.
All right.
I'll buy you a drink or two, man. But it's like a train wreck, dude. You just can't look away from it. And it's like, Jesus Christ.
I love those.
But I see her making money on stage. I'm surprised. I don't know if it's like...
It's got to be the confidence.
It's definitely... She's very confident while doing it, but the moves are lacking in some areas.
Well, see, now, here's where we're about to disagree. Because, yes, you are an entertainer. Yes, you're supposed to go on there and entertain and yada, yada, yada. But it really almost doesn't matter what you do on stage.
True. Yeah.
I mean, I've seen girls who can't twerk worth of shit and just stand there and clap whatever mama never gave them. And, you know, they get money, man.
Dude, I had one girl on day shift and she literally rolled onto the stage and was on her stomach for the entire set, right? And then as I changed the song, she comes down and she yells, "Thank you, DJ." And I couldn't help it. I get back on the mic. I'm like, "Hey, thank you, warm body."
Yeah, right? Like, what? The warm body got me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man. Hey, same, man. I get girls who get on stage and they just sit there and do the fucking crybaby for 9 minutes straight. And
the crybaby?
You do the crybaby.
Do I?
Yeah.
What's the crybaby?
You lay down on your stomach, you just...
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
And girls get tipped from it, man. I don't know how to explain it just because I'm not an entertainer, but from what I can see in my perspective in the years I've been doing this, it's really not what you do on stage. It's more just your presence on stage. It's more of, you know what I mean, how you present yourself.
Right.
And if you just got that look, man, you could fucking dance I've had girls dance to Elvis and get rained on. I mean, it just, It is what it is. This morning, I'm not going to say her name, but one of the regulars that usually dances on your shift danced to fucking Smooth by Santana and Rob Thomas. Dudes were just fucking...
Yeah.
I was like, all right, man.
It's the crowd.
Yeah.
It all depends on the crowd that's coming in there, and you got to be able to read that room, which comes back to, you know, knowing what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, the demographic of the club, you know what I mean? The demographic of who's coming in. You know, like, I'm not going to play Rob Thomas if, you know what I mean, there's a sea of, you know what I mean, melanin blessed people in there. You know, you're going to want to get your, you know, your Jeezy in, you want your Plies, you know what I mean, your Gucci, your Key Glock, your, you know, 42 Doug, you know, you want to trap it out a little bit. Vice side, if there's, you know, a bunch of sour cream warriors, I'm not going to sit there and trap out the fucking club. You know what I mean? Like,
sour cream warriors. Yeah. I like that.
There's a new one for you.
So what music do you guys believe does and doesn't belong in a club, in a strip club?
Man, that's regional, honestly. But I can say this, in my humble opinion, I don't believe country should be in any fucking club whatsoever. I think country is hard as shit to dance to. There's no, and it's not that there's no rhythm to it. You can line dance. You can, you know what I mean? I'm not shitting on country. I am. Hey, listen, man, I like country.
I am. I fucking hate country music. Oh my God.
But in the club, it just doesn't fucking belong. It just doesn't. Yeah. You said fuck country,
dude. I want to slip my wrist every time I hear it. Like, and
there's some really good Morgan Wallen shit out there, bro. Morgan Wallen got me. I'm not gonna lie. Morgan, you know what I mean? Shout out Morgan Wallen. He fucking did. And Post Malone transferring over to country. I'm not trying to, you know, but it's sexy. There's something about it. You know what I mean? My fat ass loves that shit. But it just doesn't belong in a strip club. And when you have those, like we talked before about the cuffs, and management's like, hey man, country song every 3 songs.
We are in Texas, so.
Yeah, but then go to a fucking hoedown. Girls are trying to get naked. There is nothing sexy about country. You know what I mean? Right, exactly. You know, it's just,
my bear.
It just doesn't, there's no flow to it. There's no easy in and out of it. The transitioning is absolutely fucking horrible. You know what I mean? Because there's nothing you can play after country besides more country.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you dance to Dirty Diana by Michael Jackson, you know, and then follow that up by, like, let's say Kiss by Prince, I can slowly transition that shit back up to, you know what I mean, 90s, 2000s, and, you know, today's, you know, R&B and pop. I can do that, no problem. You put on fucking My Truck, and then you follow that up with another fucking goddamn country song, the transition is fucked.
Mm-hmm. Like, do you think that ruins the vibe of the club, or
absolutely
does it reset it?
No, resetting. I don't know what Egypt's opinion is. In my opinion, it takes 45 minutes to an hour and a half to reset a whole vibe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's hard.
Yeah, like see, I don't know, but when you got those customers out there that are tipping you to play the songs, because I mean, think about it though. A lot of the times that you're playing the country music is for guys that actually want to hear it, and those guys that want to hear it will come up and throw you a few bucks of like, "Hey, do you mind?" I'm like, "All right," and that's where the girls that don't care what they dance to are perfect.
Yes,
and every club has that group of girls that they literally don't care what they dance to, and they'll just go up and put on a show. And for that guy that wants to hear that song, and he's got a beautiful woman up there on the stage and she's performing to it, it's perfect. Like, that's their perfect storm,
right? But if we're talking about just in generals, I don't think country should be in any strip club ever. Along that line, I'm going to say a lot of EDM.
Oh, controversial.
I can agree with that. Like certain EDMs that are just like too high pitched.
Oh yeah,
it's like that shit. No,
right? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to fucking, you know, we're not dropping acid. This isn't, you know what I mean, Coachella and shit. You know what I mean? It's
but a lot of people do drugs in the strip club. So
you better talk to your bouncer on that one. I know nothing.
Mm-hmm. Hey, don't look at me like I'm not.
You're a bouncer. I don't know.
Listen, just because I play double duty every now and then, you know, I can't help it. I'm a large man. People are afraid of me when I say hi.
True.
Look at that buff brown guy. Oh God.
Cursed, what can I say?
Bald brown guy. So, what music do you believe does belong in a strip club?
I mean, shit. Now that, again, depends on the club, but honestly, throwback to your 80s rock, 80s R&B, really any century of 80s, 90s, early 2000s, and today, anything, you know what I mean? Well,
except for slow jams. Like, slow jams, I feel like shouldn't be in
too
there.
Slow.
Like, if you're opening the day with it, okay, you're opening the day with it. If you're going to end the day with it, like, all right, this is your last chance, last half hour of the night, you're going to do some dances and the stage isn't running. Yeah, that's fine. But, like, in the middle of the shift, When you're trying to build a room, it's like slow jams don't belong there. So, but I mean, anything other than that and country, we could rock with.
Do you guys ever look at the crowd, see a lot of girls dancing, and cut your songs a little bit shorter?
Yeah, absolutely. I know I do.
Yeah.
I mean, if I have 32 fucking girls, I'm not doing 3-minute songs. I'm doing 2.5-minute songs. Because again, if you miss that stage, it's 2.5 hours before you can get back on. And again, there's 32 girls. I personally my fat ass don't like getting off the couch most of the time. So I personally don't know what you physically have to go through. You're in 6-inch fucking heels. You're dancing for, 6 to 9 minutes straight. That's got to be fucking hellacious, man. So, as just like an empathy thing, I try to cut my songs a little bit shorter. You know what I mean?
I definitely think our club in particular, we kind of are special privilege because at other clubs I've worked at, I could be on stage for 30 minutes at a time. Like,
y'all are fucking spoiled.
We're spoiled.
Oh, yeah, you're super spoiled.
Y'all are spoiled.
Spoiled.
Yeah, super fucking spoiled.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Absolutely.
Bro, they're so spoiled that they got to complain that they're taking 10 minutes out of their time to go on stage every 3 hours.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Like, dude.
I'm not going to call nobody out, but there's one. I had to look at her because, it'll let you know when the last time you were on.
Yep.
And she was like, man, I was on 10 minutes ago. Sweetheart. No, you weren't.
Look, it scrolls.
I'm like, you were on 2 hours ago. It says 9:32. It is now 11:34. You haven't been on stage for 2 hours. Well, it feels like I was on 10 minutes ago. I feel 200 pounds lighter when I'm in the swimming pool. Doesn't mean it's fucking back. Get your ass on stage, bro.
Oh my gosh. So how do you guys believe that dancers can contribute to a better overall atmosphere in the club?
How do you mean?
Like, how can they communicate with you to make the atmosphere better? How can they just make the atmosphere better?
I'm going to say it like this. Look, my biggest thing is just get your ass on stage. I don't care what you do the entire rest of your day. But that little time frame where I actually need you on stage and you ain't doing shit, go on stage.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you could sit on your phone all day long and do absolutely nothing. I don't care. You could be with that customer and make your money. That's fine. Communicate with me. Let me know if you're actually with somebody where you're going to make some money, where I can make some moves, or stop being lazy. Get your ass on stage.
Yeah, it's nothing. You know what I mean? I know what I run on night shift, man. It's nothing to be able to skip you. That's fine if you're making money. But the argument, you know what I mean, that I like to have, well, not the argument, but the sentiment that I like to have is like, listen, man, this is literally the only fucking thing that you have to do in your contract. This is the only thing that you are obligated to do is get on stage. It's 6 minutes, dude. I cut my song short. Fucking go. And don't take, if we're going to get into it, let's fucking get into it.
Yeah, let's get
Don't
here we go.
fucking sit there and take a whole minute and a half out of a fucking 2-minute song to get on stage.
Oh, no, I'm rewinding it.
Oh, yeah.
I do
Or I'm
all the
putting on
time.
a brand new fucking song. Like, bro, the irk that fucking nerves me. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and it's just, I'm sitting over there and you watch them too, and you're just like, first, and I'm just shooting out a name, but first or two with fucking Madeline, and then she's like, and you're watching her and you're like, are you fucking kidding me? Get on the fucking stage, dude. Like, it's, and they'll take the long way around, and I'll sit there and I'll stare at the door waiting for him to come out. Now it's 1 minute and 43 seconds, and I'm like, well, I mean, this is on you now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's, and I'm not trying to sound like a jackass or a jerk, man, but it really is. It's the only thing you're fucking obligated to do.
Well, that's another thing I noticed about Texas is here it's all follow the leader rotation. You know what I mean? So it's like you're doing this stage and then you're moving to this stage and then that stage. Follow the leader, right? I'm used to clubs where you're running 5 stages all at once and you then you have to offset them. So when you got to run stage 1 at the bar along with somebody on the main stage at the same time and somebody on the VIP, they're all on song 1. Now, the other girl on the main stage over here, she's on song 3 along with the girl that's on the opposite bar. She's on song 3. So now you're calling standby for those 2 girls while these 2 are going on to their second song. So now by the time they hit their third song, you have a whole new group of girls. So I'm used to running rotations like that. So this whole follow the leader thing is simple.
Simple.
So simple.
Yeah,
and that's why
very
it irks me so fucking
And the
much.
thing in South Florida, you have some clubs that are literally running 11 stages or more.
Mm-hmm.
So you think about it, you're going to have 150 girls at that club to be able to run that many stages throughout an 8-9 hour shift.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Shout out my brother's club, Bucks Cabaret, over on California Road. They got 7 to 9 stages, I think, and they run 250 girls a night. You know what I mean? And props to that DJ, man, because listen, man, down in Greenville, I was used to running 100, 150 girls, but we only had 4 stages. You had main, satellite 1, satellite 2, and then you had VIP. That was it. You know what I mean? I haven't experienced what Egypt has experienced. I've actually been blessed as far as rotation goes. I'm pretty stagnant in my rotation. I like, you know what I mean? I like it. It's cool. Yeah. The follow the leader thing is great, but that's also why it irks me so fucking much when girls like just go right back to the booth and are we going on Windows? Did you see her go on Windows? Go to fuck on Windows, dude.
Well, okay.
we have this
so our
conversation?
club, I'm going to stand up for the girlies. At our club, sometimes you guys switch it, or it's management. I don't know if it's y'all or the management. It's probably management, but they'll tell us to go to the main stage and then go to members and then go to the side stage. Or they'll tell us members, then side stage, then members. Wait.
Well, see, with that, I agree with you on that.
So it gets confusing sometimes
right.
to know which stage to go to next.
Yes. Now, my only rebuttal to that is listen to the fucking DJ, because I say it.
Yep.
All right, we got first or 2 on main. Ladies, we're doing 2, 2, and 2. We're doing main, members, windows, main, members, windows. And I mean, I repeat shit 9 times in a fucking row. And I speak hella clearly on that fucking mic.
Yeah, you do.
Right, so that's my only rebuttal to that. Yes, management will change it up in the middle of the night. Hey, man, go from windows to members or members to windows. But just listen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But sometimes, us girls, we're talking. We're not listening. We're trying to listen to what the heck these guys are saying. I'm not drunk. They know. You guys know I don't get drunk. I don't drink.
I will say that.
No, you are a fiend for coffee, though. I will say that. You love your coffee.
It's that caffeine.
I had my coffee. I get in trouble for bringing my coffee into work. It's great. I get in trouble for the dumbest things at work.
It's because you take these big gulp cups.
I'm like, oh.
Nothing but pure caffeinated fucking diabetes.
I am. I get in trouble for the craziest, silliest things at work because I'm so perfect.
No, clearly. No,
they're like, the other day I got yelled at because I was shaking my ass in front of a customer's face. I was just like,
how dare you? At a strip club.
Like, I'm doing my job.
Doing God's work.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
It's not like you're like on his face.
Right. Now I was about to say, how close in proximity was he to the brown star? Like,
to the brown star. I was standing up. He was sitting down. I got onto the chair and just shake my ass in his face. And then the manager came up and was like,
well, see, it wasn't the ass in the face.
You're doing too much. Go take it to a room. And then my customer got really uncomfortable and he was like, I'm leaving. And so he left. And I was like,
now,
oh my God.
Not to be a management dick rider, but it's not that you were shaking your ass in the face. It's that you were on the chair shaking your ass in the face.
She didn't. But that was not said.
Listen, we're not here to bash on anybody, all right?
That is very true.
True. No, I mean, we're here to get into the gossip, okay? We're here to gossip.
Oh, we're doing tea.
We're doing tea. We're spilling the tea. We want everyone to know what it's like, what this environment is like, and what it will be like if you're trying to get into this. So
honestly, like I said, and I've told you this before, Egypt and I haven't had the pleasure of having this conversation. I'll tell anybody, don't do it.
Oh, same. Absolutely.
Don't be a dancer.
Don't be a dancer. Don't be a DJ. Don't be a manager. Don't be
if you could avoid this entire industry altogether, please do.
Please go to college, man. Go do something with your life. Because I'll be honest with you, this is where I'm going to be the rest of my life.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Well, I mean, not just at the men's club, and I'm blessed to be there. I am. I love where I work. Men's Club Dallas. Please come check us out. But if you can, it's such a money trap, man. It really is.
This industry, I tell everybody that I know, this is the most addicting drug in the entire world.
Oh, yeah.
Think about it. Like, you fiend for how easy the money is. Like, when you leave this business and you get yourself a regular job where you're a paycheck or anything like that, you got to wait 2 weeks to see your money. 2 weeks. And then when you're used to getting cash in hand every night and you're leaving with something, it's like, oh, shit, I need gas in my car. Oh, fuck, I'm going to make this at work.
Right.
Oh, I can fill up my tank. Yeah, no problem.
You know,
that TV's $1,000. Oh, guess what? I'm going to make that next week. Yo, let me get that.
Yeah.
It's the most addicting drug in the world because people that are in this industry are not smart with their money.
I know I'm not. I'll be the first one to say that shit. I'm not. Because I know what I make a night. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, man, let's go get it. But besides the money's like 98.5% of that whole fucking factor. The other 1.5, honestly, is just the atmosphere, dude. You literally get to throw a party every fucking day that you work. You get to go in there and you get to see people drunk as shit. You get to be drunk as shit. You know what I mean? Depending on what club you're at. I personally don't drink. I'm 420 friendly. I'm a pothead. You know what I mean?
Woo.
Fuck it. I get stoned.
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean? Like, that's literally, like, you have fun at work. I know our job is stressful every now and then. I know your job is stressful every now and then. But let's be honest about it. Like, where else can you go make 500 to 2 bands a night as a fucking dancer and all you're doing is fucking talking to people and dancing? Where are you going to get that kind of money? I personally,
if you think about it, like, I don't know how the whole friction dance thing works over here, but I know in Florida, most places are $25 a song. The house takes 5 of it. The girl makes 20 of it. Now, if you really think about it, with the amount of time that the DJs play their music, you're making at least $20 every 3 minutes.
if you're a good entertainer, you know how to fucking talk to somebody. Yeah.
Right. And if you maintain that throughout the shift, if you think about it, most people don't even get $20 an hour, and you're making $20 every 3 minutes. So,
like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, let's be honest. Where else can you do that? It's addicting, man. Like, come on. We go inside, and what do we really have to do? We have to play banging fucking music to hot girls
and talk shit on a microphone.
And talk shit. That's literally our whole fucking job premises is to be entertaining. And we do that every Friday. I do that every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, every other Monday. I know you do it Tuesday through Friday.
Yep. During the
you know
day.
what I mean? Like, and it's just, bro, like 11 o'clock in the fucking morning, you got titties out on fucking stage. You got a guy fucking hammered. We have a pool literally 10 feet away that you could literally rent out. Where the fuck else? You can't do that shit at FedEx, man. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm not counting anybody's pockets, and I'm not going to say my own pockets, but I make really good money on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or excuse me, Friday and Saturday. Sunday is my free day. I know I'm not making no money on that day. That's cool. That's why I put on a playlist.
I do not work on Sundays.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I watch my, I pull out Power Mountain Plus, you know what I mean? I go watch my Tulsa King.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, honestly, it's addicting as shit. Where else can you do it? Nowhere, man.
Right. So how do you guys stay motivated to keep doing it? Is just because the money?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I mean, yeah. When you know, again, I ain't going to tell my pockets, count anybody else's pockets, but when you know you're going to make X amount of dollars, fuck that. I leave that stress at the goddamn door, man.
Love that.
I mean, because, bro, my whole job.
You're going to leave that stress at the door because you're going to get pissed off at all new things during your shift.
Oh, yeah,
That's why.
absolutely. Yeah. I love walking in. I see my shift, and you know what I mean? And every DJ has their list of girls. And once you see the list of girls and you're like, 5 of them are on your list, and you're like, oh, God, I got to fucking work with this person. Jesus.
My buddy calls them Samanthas. That's the name. It's like everybody at their club has a Samantha. All right, who's just a pain in the ass and just wants to like mess with you during the entire shift, and just like it's not really friendly messing with you because I quit drinking when I was in this industry. I've been 2.5, almost 3 years sober now. So it's like
congratulations,
thank you.
No, of course.
But when you're drinking and you're in the atmosphere and you're having fun along with everybody else, you don't give a damn. But when you're sober and you got to deal with it, it's like, I know I'm babysitting drunk people, I really do, but it's still annoying.
Yeah.
It's quite annoying because like at some point you're just looking at it and you're like, come on, dude. Come on.
So we all don't drink alcohol.
No.
Mm-mm.
I love that for us.
I mean, you know, I just don't like. I don't have anything against it. You know what I mean? And I'm not. You know, I don't.
It makes you sloppy. I mean,
in our profession, yes, I don't
Yeah.
understand why you would drink while you're on the job. In our profession, absolutely. Your voice
Well,
has to be
when
clear.
you have a former UFC fighter that comes into your building and sits down and orders you an entire bottle of Patron and says you have until the end of your shift to finish this or you're paying for it.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to drink that. Oh, matter of fact,
absolutely.
has that
wait.
happened?
It has happened.
Okay.
That I'm speaking from experience.
Okay.
He comes in during the daytime, what had nothing going on, no fights in the future, no nothing, and just comes in and just looks at me. He's like, "E," I'm like, "What up? I just got you a bottle of Patron. You're gonna finish that before the shift is over, or you're gonna be paying for it." And at our club, we charge like $3.50 for it, something like that, right? So I'm like, "All right, bet, no problem." Within the first half of the shift, that bottle was gone. Right. So now I had a lot of shots. I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot of shots at the time. But I also too, I was pulling all the waitresses, I was pulling all the bartenders, any of the dancers.
There's
that came
ways
up.
to
I'm
do
like,
about that.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
yo,
absolutely,
pour it
man.
up, drink, have fun, go.
Yeah.
I ain't paying for this shit. And then I go over, put the bottle on his table. I was like, here you go, thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, there is some instances where, man, it's just you got to do what you got to do. You know, you got a high roller that comes in, he's feeling your energy. This happened 4 Sundays ago. High roller comes in. He comes in every single time on a Sunday. He comes up and goes, "All right, Bubbles, we're getting fucked up tonight." And I'm like, I call him Poppy Willie. I think you know him. His name is Willie. He comes in, heavy tipper.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm talking about the tips that you make your fucking week. You know what I mean? Off this guy type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, he comes in and he's handing you like $300 or $400 and he's like, "Keep playing fucking Akon, brother." And I'm like, yeah, why not? But you know, when those high rollers come in, they're like, "Oh, Bubbles, you're going to drink with me tonight, right?" I'm like, fuck. Yeah. I'm trying to pull the waitresses aside. I'm like, whatever shot you give me, make sure it's non-alcoholic. Give me fucking water shots. But sometimes you got to suck it up, man, to get that fucking Patron in you. Then I got to go walk back to the DJ booth and act like a fucking adult.
Yeah. You're right.
Well, from my personal experience, I love to just tell the customers I don't drink, and they will try to like pester me to drink, and sometimes it does turn them off and I lose them. But for me, it's better to lose that money than to consume alcohol into my body. It's just a rule that I have for myself, and I think it's very important to have rules in this industry for yourself to be successful and to not hate yourself at the end of the shift, because that's very easy to do in this industry.
Sweetie, I'm a 35-year-old strip club DJ. I hate myself at the end of every shift.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah.
Now, I can understand that from a dancing perspective, because as a dancer, you always have the opportunity to make more money. As a DJ, man, that man can make or break my fucking week.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when I say no to him, and he's like, "Oh, come on, Bubbles, you know, blah, blah, blah." And you're like, "Nah, man, I don't really want to drink tonight." And now he's pissed off. He doesn't want to tip the fucking girls. He's not going to tip you.
Bro, I literally had a customer up in South Florida who every time he came in, easily $20,000, $30,000 in singles. Easily. He always had the section by the stage, and he would throw stacks upon stacks upon stacks. Now, as floor guys over there, the floor guys are supposed to pick up the money for the girls. But that table, you do not touch a single dollar until that man decides he wants to leave. Because that happen one time where I went to go pick up the money. The guy literally stopped everything, said, "We're leaving." Packed up all the stuff, signed his tab, and they left because somebody picked up the money on the floor, which some places they tell you to, but they'd also need to start informing you about certain guests.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that just pretty much ruined the rest of the shift because that guy didn't want to throw any more money. But yet, as a new in this industry, you don't know any of this stuff.
Which comes back to management, your dancers, your waitresses. It's got to be all communicative, man. I had a dude out in Greenville, South Carolina. We're just going to call him G. If I didn't smoke weed with G that night, G would not be throwing any type of money. And he'd always come up. He'd be like, "All right, man, give me these 10 songs. He'd hand me $400 or $500. He'd light up a blunt in the booth and he'd be like, "All right, bro, we're going to smoke this." And the first time I was just like, "Nah, bro, you know what I mean? I'm trying to keep my head clear." And he's like, "Yo, I just gave you $500, bro. Fuck you mean you're not going to smoke with me?" And I'm like,
peer pressure.
I'm like, fuck. You know what I mean? If I don't smoke with this guy, you know what I mean? He did just fucking, you know, he gave me $500. So I sat there, smoked a whole blunt with him. He gave me another $500, walked away. At the end of the night, girls came up, tipped out heavily. You know what I mean? Dude sat there. He had a good time. The one time I said no to him, dude literally, he was like, oh, word, you ain't gonna smoke with me tonight? That's a bet. Grabbed the $400 cash that he just tipped me and literally walked out. And I'm like, I ain't gonna chase the dude down, so.
How would you guys react if a customer gave you a song request but was like being really rude and obnoxiously drunk and annoying?
Oh, I have one of those.
Oh yeah,
I have one of those during the daytime. Oh,
the guy with the hat and the glasses. He always asks for Motley Crue, AC/DC, and Eminem. Yeah, and Flow Rider. Yeah, I literally just went through that today,
bro.
Literally just went through that today.
That man does not come near my booth. He knows better. Like, I've cussed him out because this is the type of customer he is. He comes in and he tips the DJ to play some songs, okay? Which I have no problem with. I'll play your songs, but give me a minute, okay?
Yeah.
So now if you don't play them immediately, he starts yelling and being obnoxious from the other side of the room. So he's one of those guys. I've left the DJ booth, I've gone to him, and I've gotten into his face, and I've cussed him out, and I've threatened to make sure that he doesn't come back into that building. And ever since that, and I had like two or three dances around him.
He's an asshole, man.
I had two or three dances around him, and as I'm cussing him out and I'm doing all this, the girls are just shook, like they're frozen, right? I walk away.
I would be scared to see that.
And then later on in the shift, one of the girls that was sitting there, she's like, you know what? You were absolutely right. I'm so happy you did that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, I have no problem being a dick. I have no problem being a dick at all.
Egypt. We know.
Like, look, because I'm used to how real clubs are supposed to run.
Right.
Okay.
Real clubs? Was that shade?
No,
but there is a such thing as local clubs and real clubs.
Right. So, real clubs, when you're running Super Bowl weekend, 600 girls, that's unheard of anywhere. But I've worked at one of those clubs. Super Bowl weekend, we had Dolphin Stadium at the time, like 2 miles from where we were. And this place was the size of a warehouse. I'm not going to drop any names because I'm not going to advertise for anybody. But this place was massive. And you're running 400 or 500 girls. Like, that's the kind of atmosphere that we're going into. Remember that. And when you go onto the parking lot, and that parking lot line is down the block just for people to come in. It's wild.
Yeah.
Those are the times, man, where you don't miss stage. Girls are paying you to go on stage.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hey man, here's like $100-$200. Can I skip in front of da. I got this guy about to throw money. You know what I mean? We all make, every DJ knows, man, you make your money how you make your fucking money, bro. Because
when I worked in Vegas, I worked at Sapphire's one point in time, and I made the DJ mad one time, and he refused to put me on stage. And oh my gosh, it pissed me off. How I made him mad was because I was on stage, and I thought, because I don't know, I couldn't hear properly, and I thought that he was calling me off of stage for the next girl. So I got off stage one song early, and he, there's like this phone, and he was like, go to the phone, like yelling at me from up there. And I was like, okay. So I go to the phone. He's like, you weren't supposed to get off stage. And I'm like, I thought you told me to get off stage. He's like, no, I didn't. And I was like, well, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you. And he's like, okay, you couldn't hear me? Well, you're not going to hear me ever again.
Damn.
You know? And I was like, fuck.
But when you're running 600-700 girls.
Right. See, that's what I mean by real clubs. Like these massive behemoths of buildings that are just like, you're literally harvesting.
Yeah. We grow bitches, sell bitches. This is everything right here.
He did not want to take my money or nothing. Like, he was pissed.
I mean, listen, every DJ has a way that they're going to fuck with you if they don't like you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you guys fuck with someone if you don't like them?
Oh, I'm going to fuck up your stage. That's for damn sure. You piss me off and you like to hear a certain kind of music, you're getting the exact opposite. Or you're getting whatever the hell I feel like listening to.
You know, that's so funny that you say that, because I know a girl who you did that to.
There's several girls I've done that to.
And she was like, I'm so bad at him. I was like,
well, here's the thing. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me.
Oh, yeah.
Don't tell me that you can't cash out your funny money to tip out when you obviously did, and you're just trying to skate for whatever reason, and then you don't even tell me what you're upset about. Like, I don't even know what the hell you're mad about. I thought everything was hunky-dory cool, like the fuck? I have no idea what's going on. That's where communication is key.
Okay, yeah.
You got to communicate. Me, I'm a little bit more subtle about how I fuck with you. Because you know how I call girls on stage, first or two, you know what I mean, with the beautiful, the sexy, the gorgeous, that goddess body. Oh, you piss me off? First or two with Veronica. No energy whatsoever. And the girl before you was just like, yeah, the first or two with this goddess body, the beautiful Miss Jules on the main doing first. And, you know what I mean? And then you piss me off, and I'm like, Veronica, main. It'll throw off your whole shit.
Nah, not me.
Yeah, because you don't piss me off. But now I bet you're gonna look for it too.
I'm gonna notice.
Well, that's
like,
also too
please
between
piss.
professionals that have been doing it for a while that actually know how to work the room and work the stage against others that just like, let's try it.
Right. Sounds sputtering, buttering bastard. You motorboating some bitch.
So how do you guys react when a dancer gives you attitude?
Oh, I'll tell you. I'll take this one first. Yeah, absolutely. My biggest thing is I'll kill you with kindness. I'm gonna like, you want to be a bitch? Cool beans. I'm gonna be the nicest person to you, and I'm gonna make you feel like a dick. Like you come in with the attitude, and I'm just like, oh damn, what did I do? Is everything okay? Well, no, it's not you. It's just no. Talk to me about it. What's going on? Did you not get hugged today?
You're one of those?
Oh yeah. And then like after about 5 minutes of ranting, maybe a little bit less, about 2 minutes of ranting, they're like, you know what? I'm sorry, Bubbles. It wasn't you. No, I know it wasn't me. Yeah. And I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna kill you with kindness. Go for it, because you know what? And this is just me, in my opinion. It's not worth it to me. Right. Because once my temper gets up, once I'm angry, and this is just a personal flaw of mine, this is my red flag. Once I'm angry, I'm fucking angry for fucking hours. It's so hard for me to come back down from that anger, but it's so hard to get me angry. Yeah. That once I am pissed, I'm like, this is it. So I'll just kill you with kindness. And you don't. You do not want to. I promise you that shit.
I've seen Egypt mad.
Oh yeah. See, I can't help it. Like, people piss me off. Yo, I'm telling you, if you can stay out of this industry, stay out of this business, do it. Stay out of this shit.
Get a degree.
Oh my God, like,
go live at your mammies.
People piss me off. I can't help it. And I'm the type of person that, like, I will try to like tell the management, but I'm petty.
Oh yeah, petty. Yeah, no, you have to listen. Any DJ who tells you that they're not fucking petty is lying.
Right, exactly. Like,
we're all petty as fuck.
And for some reason, like in an argument, I have to have the last word. I can't help it. I've been like that since a child. I always have to have the last word.
What's your zodiac sign?
Does it matter?
Yes.
Why? Like, I never understood the whole zodiac thing. Like, all right, you got 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head. Yay, you're a fucking Pisces. Like,
absolutely.
What the fuck?
So you're a Pisces?
No, I'm a Virgo.
Oh.
Such a Virgo thing to say?
I'm not too familiar with Virgos, honestly. But I guess they're sassy.
I've always got something to say. Like, that's just the life of the DJ. Because remember, we're used to doing things on the fly so much that you always have something to say. Like, I've worked at clubs where I've had an earpiece in my ear with management talking to me as I'm on the microphone. And as soon as they finish talking what they're saying and I'm doing the promo at the same time, I just say exactly what they said on the radio over the microphone. Like, it's multitasking like that. Like, plus being on a microphone all the time, like, I have to have the last word.
I mean, you're literally, I mean, and obviously it's not straight, but you're literally talking for 7 to 8 hours a night.
Yeah.
Right.
And if people don't realize this, we actually get paid to watch time go by.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're watching the time of the song go by every second that ticks. So we're getting paid to watch the song time
absolutely.
go by.
I mean, you have to, your clock is your best friend right there, because, you know, that goes back to the mathematics of 2.5 to 3 minute songs and, you know what I mean, this and that. And every if you're a DJ at a very big club, you want to be doing your promos every 15 minutes. You want to be talking about whatever the fuck every 15 minutes. And, you know, that used to be a rule in some of the bigger clubs. hey man, I want a promo. Every 15 minutes, every half an hour, you need to be talking about bottle specials. Every 45
and you
minutes,
get a list of promos.
And you better be talking about VIPs. That's why, like, and it's literally out of habit when, I'm like, Veronica stepping on down, available for couch room and VIP. I know we don't have a fucking couch room, but it's that repertoire, man. Like every 15 minutes, we got bottle specials going on. And here, the management will look at me and be like, Bubbles, what the fuck?
There's no specials.
There's no bottle specials. And that's where you got to peep game. And I'm like, the bottle special is whatever the fuck you say it is.
Yeah.
But it's a special. People don't know if it's special unless you fucking tell them it's not special.
Yeah.
If you're given, 3 songs for 100, right? But that's your normal shit.
That's my normal shit.
Let's say that's your normal shit, right?
That is my normal
But
shit.
a guy walking in, you're like, and I'm sitting over there and I'm promoting you and I'm like, yeah, that's right. That sexy body, Miss Veronica. She's doing 3 songs for 100 right now. Get it while you can. She's only doing this for the next 15 minutes. People are like, oh shit, that's a fucking deal. But it's an everyday thing. You know what I mean? Specials are only special.
Really good.
Right.
I need you to say that when I'm on stage, when I get on off stage.
Yeah, we'll see
I
how
like
that tip out works.
I saw Bubbles the other day backstage. We were discussing this podcast and just Bubbles is such a great DJ. I just saw money from girls like all throughout the night just being poured into his hand. I was like, oh my God.
I'm just throwing it aside. I'm like, yeah, she comes in like $30. Hey, thanks. You know what I mean? Because girls will come up, when I'm busy fucking Friday, a girl will come up and be like, hey, listen, man, that's better be Jesus calling, by the way.
Sorry, I'm popular. I can't help it.
Turn the ringer off.
It's like we're DJs.
Shit.
Actually, I got to look at my shit now. But that's why I got silent. But anyways, yeah, man, girls come up and they're like, again, if I got 32 girls, I have no problem skipping you. If you come up with a handful of cash, whatever you need me to do within reason, I'm going to have to do.
So I love that.
The only thing I won't do, and I don't give a fuck if you give me $1 million, I will never play the same song twice in a night.
I like that.
Fuck that. That's lazy. It's disgusting. It makes me look like a fucking idiot. It makes you look like a bigger retard. Yeah, see, that's when the New Yorker's going to come out. I will never fucking play 2 songs, the same song in a fucking night. I can't stand that shit. How many times are we going to listen to Flow? Nah, fuck that shit, bro. I can't. Never me.
That gives you the ick.
It does. It gives me a huge ick. That and when a guy comes up, a customer comes up and he's like, hey man, can you play whatever the fuck? You know what I mean? And I'm like, I gotta find the girl to be able to dance to that song. Yeah. Every girl doesn't dance to that song, bro. And that's when it comes back like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And if you're an asshole about it, I'll be like, yeah, I just gotta find a girl and I'll take your money. I'm like, yeah, I just gotta find a girl to, dance to it. All right, cool beans, man. Yeah, it should be like, 5-10 minutes and I'll never play that song. That song will never come on.